Over the years, Uganda's coffee production has increased, with more people joining the coffee industry. According to the Uganda Coffee Development Authority, coffee exports in December 2020 amounted to 422,922 kilobags. Quality has increased through harvesting ripe beans, better coffee handling, and primary processing. Coffee can be processed to produce dried red cherries, locally called chiboko, roasted coffee beans, the FAQ, which is known as kase, and coffee powder, commonly known as kawa. Coffee is also used to enhance chocolates and beverage flavors. However, in coffee-growing areas, majority of the people do not take coffee. The Economic Policy Research Centre, EPRC, and the University of Glasgow sought views from different actors in Uganda's coffee value chain, for example, coffee growers, distributors, roasters, coffee shops, women entrepreneurs, and coffee consumers to understand local coffee consumption. The study sought to answer what factors underpin Uganda's domestic coffee consumption, to what extent do traditional practices and culture influence the current coffee consumption patterns, what are the possible mechanisms that can facilitate growth in domestic coffee consumption. Coffee has several health benefits, and across Uganda, dried red cherries are roasted by some processors and packed in dry banana fibers or ground into powder. This is mainly consumed by men and during traditional functions like marriages in central Uganda.
Coffee may be roasted, as you see one for Kabonera. You get your FHU, kase, take it to a roasting machine, they roast. That is one form. Also have our local form of eating roasted coffee, where it is chiboko that is cooked and packed in fibers. I don't know whether you've ever seen that, used on cultural occasions. Then those are now turning up to be common.
Instead of taking tea, I would rather take coffee. Much as it is expensive as I speak, but still I can reserve a kilo for myself. Make a local grind, local meal, and then consume it locally.
But even then, domestic coffee consumption remains low due to limited expertise to carry out proper roasting of coffee and inadequate government efforts to promote coffee consumption through initiatives like cup tasting.
Ekigaana bannayuganda okunywa kaawa tebasomesebwa kubanga kaawa baba namunywa. Waliwo kye bayita cup testing. Kati cup testing UCD ekikola oba government ekikola freely emisomo ne gigenda mu bantu.
I think for me it's the mentality. People here do not value our coffee as much because maybe also the processing is not properly done. Processing, branding and packaging needs some adjustment. So you find that local people now, instead of using our local coffee, continue buying from supermarkets the imported coffee from elsewhere.
Despite having a good aroma and a unique taste, Ugandan coffee is also not readily available like tea, which is everywhere. This is blamed on the lack of technology and the machines needed to roast and package coffee in affordable quantities.
Our farmers do complain that the coffee prices are very high. For example, 1 pack of coffee can cost like 6,000. But there is another small pack of tea that costs 100, ranging from 100 to 200 shillings.
Many mythologies continue to surround coffee, which limits domestic coffee consumption. For instance, most Ugandans think that coffee causes high blood pressure and chronic sleep deprivation, amongst others, while some believe coffee makes women dry.
I've interacted with a few ladies And they have told me that they have challenge with taking coffee because they think that they can lose the women fluids.
Abasinga tulowooza nti bw'onywa kaawa akubye entunnunsi. Bw'onywa kaawa tumanyi nti abasajja be banywa kaawa, abakazi tebanywa ki? Kaawa. Era abakyala abasinga omu bwakusanga ng'onywa kaawa aga nti onywa kaawa oli musajja.
Those who are also diabetic think that it can cause more problems for them. In all, I would say it is lack of knowledge or information about the proper intake of coffee.
According to coffee value chain actors, introduction of value addition machines in coffee producing areas to help farmers roast their coffee, sensitization of the youth to participate in the coffee value chain, as well as adherence to quality standards, will help boost domestic coffee consumption.
Because of the level of poverty, they use candles, and no paraffin smells so much. Now when they put it in the house, that smell of paraffin spills into the bin and gets stored there. Now when the coffee experts who are abroad go analyzes it up to cup testing, they find there is a poor quality coffee.
Because people are not sure. However, if that process is very clear, straightforward, right here from the garden, you keep it well, process it well, it can compete favorably.
With over 20 Ugandan coffee brands on the market, coffee roasters have had a strong belief that Ugandan coffee can be consumed domestically due to its organic nature. Awareness campaigns and local drives need to be boosted, for example, using mobile coffee trucks where consumers are not only given free instant coffee to drink, but also packaged coffee powder for home use.
We need a lot of extension services, technical support by extension workers in all the villages and sub-counties where the farmers do grow the coffee.
Naye yeyambise nnyo media, yeyambise nnyo n'emisomo nga kati zino cup testing erina okulaba nga egiteeka mu communities ez'enjawulo, kubanga mu UCD abo bonna abakugu tubalina abantu ne bakatestingako ne bagamba kaawa bwati bwabeera, bw'oyanika emmwanyi mu ttaka bweziti bwe ziwunya, bw'oteeka emmwanyi bw'okola bw'oti emmwanyi n'ozikola bw'oti bweziti bwe ziwunya, kuba bw'oba okola cup testing ebyo byonna obifuna.
There is also need for targeted packaging to attract low-income earners and consumers from aspiring groups such as university students.
In Chikobero, we have discovered that we can make glasses of coffee at the same standards. On the international market, the finished coffee, we were doing 250 grams in a pouch pack. But for the local consumption, that is taking up is we are putting in tin and we are costing it at 5,000 shillings, which is affordable to mostly university students.
Coffee is one rapidly evolving sector and numerous innovations are being adopted along its value chain. To boost domestic coffee consumption, government must promote access to electricity to decentralized processing units instead of processors ferrying coffee to Kampala. Subsidizing acquisition of the much-needed technologies like decaffeinating machines will also help promote domestic coffee consumption.